Electric meter. The electric meter is normally part of the service entrance equipment. It is there to measure the amount of power used on the property. Some properties may have more than one meter, maybe due to multiple occupancy or discounted power for heating use. The meter base is where the utility mounts its meter into the meter socket. Meter bases can be configured with the panel board location in several ways, as shown in the illustrations within the course. The main disconnect can be installed at either the meter base or the breaker panel. Houses with basements may have the main electrical panel located in the basement. The service entrance cable may be run through a conduit according to local code requirements, but often it's not. Where the meter and panel are located on the same level, like in an attached garage, the meter and panel may be connected by a short conduit. In many parts of the United States, the all-in-one system is common where the meter, main breaker disconnect, and panel board are all accessible outside where they're mounted on the house exterior. A common arrangement may be where a meter base is only on the outside of the house and the service entrance conductors are run to the meter base and continue to a panel board inside the house. This panel inside the house may be called, in common usage but not in the code, a main breaker panel, because the main breaker, or main disconnect, is installed in or is part of the panel board, integrated, along with the final branch circuit overcurrent protective devices, or breakers. Another arrangement of service equipment is where the meter base and main disconnect are located outside of the house and the panel board is separate. The conductors that run from the main disconnect to the distribution panel are the feeder conductors. A feeder is usually a large set of conductors run in cable or in a raceway from the service equipment to the main panel board or to a sub-panel, which has the final branch circuit overcurrent devices. As the meter is a rated component like any other, the ampacity of the meter and its base cannot be lower than the stated total available amperage. As meters have increased in capacity over the years, the meter bases have changed. The very earliest meters had no separate base and were typically rated for only a 30-amp supply. Round meter bases were common from the 1920s up to the 1950s. They were rated for only 60 amps and are still often seen on older properties. Square meter bases are typically found on homes from the 1950s to 1970s. These are still used in some smaller housing units, such as apartments, and were only rated for 100 to 125 amps. Rectangular meter bases are the current minimum for single-family homes. These are rated for 200 amps and typically bear the marking 200 CL. Understanding meter bases is an important part of being able to properly evaluate the maximum available amperage in the home, but should not be relied on completely when sizing a service.